Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, come at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh video today talking about Rarity Collection. I know this is very overdue, but I want the hype to kind of settle down and actually go over Rarity Collection, judge where it's at, but also I have predictions on what is going to be in here with a lot of reasoning. So if you guys like these videos, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, join our Discord. We talk about Rarity Collection there, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh buyouts, the meta, deck builds, news, and a lot more. And we also have memes. So go check out the Discord, as well as my sponsors. You buy anything on TCG Player, use my link down in the description below. Check out Tapio Cards, use code Saki 5% off. I'll use my whatnot referral link. You get $15 off your purchase if you sign up with that, and that you could buy a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and non-Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So it's just great resource to have. Thank you all my YouTube channel members. I appreciate you guys, and we're gonna get right into it here. So obviously it's not gonna be as good as Rarity Collection 1. I don't think a lot of people thought that, especially with how bum rushed this is. I mean, we got Rarity Collection in October, I think late October, and late May we're getting Rarity Collection 2. That's a 7-month difference, right? I also expect the quality control to be as bad or worse. I know a lot of people are like, well, Rarity Collection 2 didn't have too much product quality controls. Hey, I've seen a little bit of it. It wasn't awful, but you had the PCR stick to the sleeves a lot, and sometimes you got a little bit of bad packaging. It wasn't as bad as a lot of other products when it came to product quality, but I mean, the bar is so low at this point with Konami. I don't even want to get into how bad they were this week. I could be here for hours. And that's going to be a separate video that's coming up soon. But here's what the list is. So far, Magician Souls, I think this is really good because not only is it that, oh, look what collectors get, look what DM lovers get, Yugi boomers, whatever you want to call them, right? They get a card, but it also coincides with the meta since Magician Souls is used in the format sometimes, and this card never really had a budget option. It got reprinted in Legendary Collection, or not, yeah, I think it was Legendary Collection 3 or Legendary Duelist Season 3, whatever it was called, with those displays, and that product wasn't that great. This was one of the only chase cards. They couldn't even make Jowgen a holo in that set. I mean, come on, Konami. I just wanted one thing out of that set, and like, even the smallest expectation I have for money is just they can never meet my expectations. But we're not here to talk about Jowgen. We're here to talk about Magician Souls. It was a great pick. It's going to be budget as well, so I think you might be starting to see this package a lot more. You have the Magician stuff for DM lovers as well. Silent Magician here was between a $40 and a $60 card for like years at this point, and I actually kind of hated that. I think it was actually a great pick for 25th, and they missed the other one, I believe, which I don't really like. It was one of the girls, so maybe that's actually a really good pickup, unless they want to put that for Rarity Collection 3, or it's just not announced yet. So keep your eyes on that. So the hand traps, I mean, they needed to put whatever they missed, right? So we have our Ghost Ogres, we have our Moonlit Chills, we have our Drolls. I think most players are really happy about the Droll, not really the Moonlit Chill or the Ogres too much. I mean, Ogre having a 25th is cool though. If they are cheap on release, like less than $10, I think that's going to be amazing for the player base, since this card does come up often, and unlike the other hand traps, you could actually activate on the field. So you could legit emergency teleport this out if you want to, and just like wait. But it's just, you know, an option that you have. Then you have Phantasme. I think this is actually really, really good. This card's finally creeping back up in the format. And this card hasn't had a reprint since, I think, 2020. So 4 years as a hand trap, no reprints is not good. I think a lot of people are going to be happy with that. Hand traps, now they are going lore heavy here. They're reprinting one of every single field spell here, you know, for the lore wise. I think players are not super happy with this. Yes, they're happy that, you know, Fenrir and Kashtira, that deck's going to be a lot more affordable, and I get that, right? And I get the lore players are going to be really, really happy here, but I'm not a fan of this, since, oh, some of them have course entries, some of them don't. I think Perlino would have been fine, or this would have been fine, but I feel like they should just save this for the tins and not even bothered with this one. That's just my opinion. Rescue Cat, I mean, it doesn't have a gold for its alternate art, which is awesome, but I personally am like, well, it's going to be affordable for older formats, because Rescue Cat was always a card that was worth money until its gold reprint, you know, as commons going up and down. So, I mean, it's not bad, you know, it's showing a little bit to the older players, but I don't think the demand is going to be there. I wonder how this is going to affect the Turbo Pack Supers, though. Pearly, if you guys know, I hated this. These are cards that should be in Megatins, right? Oh, we have the yearly reprint of Tins. This was a popular deck in one of the deck building sets. You throw them in there. They do that for all the other deck building stuff. This is a wasted 3 slots. I think they put in just to show us, hey, look what we're cooking for Rarity Collection 2. We got to get that out fast because Konami already knows what's going to be in here. You know, they have to finish up production, all that. But back then, I think they just want to fill up slots. Giving it to all 3 was idiotic. The ulti one is probably going to go up as well. I personally hate this. They should have saved it for the tins. I think Amazing Defenders is going to be in the tins, so I think they can only really reprint Makanko stuff now. Because if this is in Rarity Collection, what is this doing in the tins? You're going to be having secret rares of all these cards at 25 cents by the time the tins come out. So if they put this in there, it's literal bulk regardless, and I kind of hate that. Judgment, Solemn Warning, and Strike. Now, I am shocked they put the warning in here, to be honest. I thought they'd forget. I am happy with the warning. I think a lot of players are going to pass the warning up, but it's a nice card to have here. Warning hasn't had a reprint in ages, but it's kind of been slowly snuck out of the format because of warning and strike. I felt like it could have been used for against like Branded and like Shaddoll Fusion and all that other cool stuff, but it never really took off, and I understand why. Strike is usually a better card. I get it. But Strike getting the quarter century and Judgment, the only thing I kind of hate is they shouldn't have given Judgment a CR when they did. Granted, it's at least been some time, but I always told people not to mess with the CR Judgment. But the CR strikes were always kind of cheap, 20 to 30. Those are probably going to drop, so Grand Creator is going to be a lot worse of a set. But do I think putting this trio here is a bad idea? I don't think so. Then we have the books here. Now, Book of Moon is here. I personally, well, I guess Ulti Book of Moon was never the best pickup, but people are going to love the old school Ultis a lot more. I think it's fine. Book of Eclipse caught me off guard. Preparation was fantastic. This card, I just wanted the card to have a secret, and they could have put it as a secret in a Battles of Legends. I don't like how Konami waited this long for a higher rarity pre-preps, or not pre-preps, so preparations of rights, but I'm not shocked. I think them missing pre-prep and not putting this in, we saw it coming. Emergency Teleport, I guess, is fine. I think that this card didn't really need to be here, but whatever. Crows, I mean, sure, it goes into the hand trap lineup. I think they could have given us a new alt art of Crow instead of giving us a reprint. And this is the thing that I'm going to say about Droll. I'm going to say about these cards down here as well. Instead of reprinting a card as the Starlit Rare again, so for example, they reprinted Masquerena as a quarter century in one of the Battles of Legends Monsters Revenge, I believe it was. And instead of doing that, I think they should have gave us the alt art over there. So it's like, well, if you have the OG Starlit Rare, you have the OG Starlit Rare, and then they give us another shot at and it's the alternate art, which I think players like a lot more. That way people are like, oh, they didn't reprint my Starlit Rare exactly, they gave it an alternate art. I think players would be really, really happy with that. And if they did it that way, this card would be something else. That's another really cool thing you guys also get to think about. So if they actually plan it accordingly, that's great. They could have done that with Crow. Savaris here is just odd to me. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just odd. I guess, sure. I guess it's a hand trap that comes up, and you know, with Voiceless, sure, right? It had a rare that was affordable. The ultras were barely touching $2. Yeah, the secret rare had some money, I guess, but like when I say money, it's not hitting $20. I mean, it's like hitting 15 to 18. And this card has been subpar $10 for years on end. I don't think this card necessarily needed to be here, but it's going to look super damn cool, and I'm kind of going to be okay with that. Because, look, I love old cards looking cool at the end of the day. I can't really argue that. You have IP and, you know, the Apollosa here. Apollosa Altart, I believe, is in here, which is cool. I think people are really going to enjoy that. We already knew that was going to happen here. It was confirmed. So, I mean, I expected them to reprint Apollos. I think everybody did. Again, the IP with the motorcycle art, fantastic. Absolutely love it. And Access Code, I think, is a fantastic pick. I think it's a perfect pick for this set. This card has been out for years. It should be accessible to everyone at this point. It was as cheap as $20, and that is not that much money for an extra card. You only have to spend like one time $20, and you have it for like 2 years, right? That's really not that bad when it comes to affordability in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion, personally, especially since this card is going to win you the game at times. But it being here makes a lot of sense. I think it's really great. Overall, what do I think about this set? I think it could have been better, but I think some of these picks are good, but some of them are very temporary, which I'm really looking at this entire row right over here when it comes to temporary stuff. I don't mind if they give archetypes a little bit of love, but it should more be about generic stuff in my opinion. But they could play a little bit around with it, but just giving all Pearly the slots just made no sense to me. What else? Now I'm going to tell you guys what I think is going to be here. So Thrust, I think, is guaranteed about 95 to 100%. We had talents in the original, and that's, I think, why ultis are 65 right here, not even $70. They're going to want Thrust to match with talents. If they don't, I see this ulti going up. Herald of Orange Light, this is another hand trap that should be in there. This card has been in the game format for years and years. Now Edison's playing it. Technically, you could play in Hat. The card is good. It's like $2 for your supers, by the way. I think this is a card that can easily be in Rarity Collection too. I won't be too shocked about it. If it's not, I expect this card to go to the moon. Crossout Designator. This is another card I think that's going to be in there. Konami milked it in 2021, 2022. Well, not really 2021. 2022, I just don't like that they reprinted it again in the tins as it's just like a small bump up rarity. I think that was really dumb. They should have reprinted it in a different way. That's just my opinion. But yeah, $15, $17 here. I think it'll be in Rarity Collection too. I think like 80% chance. Ray, also, if you guys have not liked the video, go ahead and like the video and let me know in the comment section below what you guys predicted for this. Also, we are so close to 4,800 subs. I think we're like 2 or 3 subs off. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It really means a lot. But I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. You guys think, I'm completely wrong, completely right? What are you guys interested in Rarity Collection 2 especially? I really love starting a dialogue with you guys because if you guys don't know, I started this channel off community. So I love talking to you guys. Ray, $18. What is this? $20, 43 listings, 18s. I have Ray over here, but honestly, I feel like they're just going to throw us some type of striker card. It's the OCG's favorite deck of all time. Striker's a fan favorite even here. I just think they're going to throw us some type of bone. Maybe they'll give us just a Kagari quarter century or something. I just think they're going to squeeze one Sky Striker card somehow. Maybe it'll be engaged. I don't know. Pod Duality, this is a card that was not with all the other pots in the last collection. These are 9s here, going up to 11. The Ultras are bought out, by the way. I wanted to show these as well. Probably going to show in the Market Watch. I think with pot collection and all that, I think they might not look at the pots, but they might. I feel like since they're looking at Rarity Collection 2 and seeing what they're missing. Oh, we did hand traps. Well, we're missing these hand traps. Oh, we're missing these cards like talents. Oh, let's put the other one Thrust so it matches. They might just throw us Duality and just call it a day. I don't know what other pot card they'd be missing outside Duality because we got Desires, Extrav, and Prosperity. I don't know what else they could really throw. They're probably just going to throw us Duality for a bone. That's just something to keep in the back burner, but they might forget it. I think it's a 50-50. Snatch Steal came off the list, so they're probably going to get Core Century Snatch Steal. You know how they gave us Change of Heart? They're probably going to give us Snatch Steal. And I'm going through this really quickly because I value you guys' time. I'm going to give you guys the reasons, and then I'm going to go on to the next thing. I don't need to sit here and talk about Snatch Steal for 5 minutes. So hopefully you guys do appreciate that. Link Karibo here. This card has been meta since it's come out. I actually had on my ban list prediction, which, by the way, it's so funny. I got some real hate on that, but, like, they made themselves look like clowns. Like, look, I'm sorry, Promethean Princess is not going to get hit this list because it just came out, like, month and a half, 2 months ago, right? It's not going to get hit. Cry about it. I don't know what to tell you. But I had over there as my prediction, there is a chance they may ban Link Karibo. I would not like them to ban Link Karibo. I don't think that is the right move. Okay, now that I said that, think about Konami's shoes. They've seen this card meta for years. They may think that is the correct move, even though any player could tell you it's not. Konami's out of touch, however. But they may hit this because they don't have too many cards to work with. Like, they have this, Zelantis. They really don't have much to work with, right? Again, I think this might escape it. However, Link Karibo here, if it does escape it, like we see it banned on the ban list, it's, or like hit somehow, probably just, they can't hit Link Karibo, they have to ban it if they decide to hit it. If they ban it, disregard this next opinion. But if they don't ban it, I think this is a 70%, 75% chance to go into the Rarity Collection, and I think it would be a 9 out of 10 pick. Very good. A lot of people just like having these bulk Link Karibos around, And we've had the commons go from 7-8. I want to go view all versions here because you have the Maximum Gold Rare, right? You have the Stardeck Codebreaker. You have the dual power one. Maybe it didn't have as much reprints as I thought, actually, because Advent Calendar is just very odd. I didn't really count that as a print, to be honest. The jump one I'll count as like a high rarity. But dual power, this dual power had an unlimited print as well. The rare and the common. I mean, maybe it's because it's been years, but this is a good card to have in Rarity Collection. I think it's a good one. Torrential Tribute. We had Compulse last one. Maybe they'll give us... They're probably going to give us some generic trap. It could be Boundless. It could be Torrential. I think Torrential's the better pick, but it could be Bottomless. Maybe they give us Mirror Force. I would actually love... Okay. I am going to say a pick that's not going to happen, but as a Yu-Gi boomer myself, I would really like it if they give us a Mirror Force, or then it's never going to happen. Magical Cylinder. At least Mirror Force has like a very, very tiny chance to be considered. Magical Cylinder, no. But Mirror Force as a quarter century would be amazing, but that is more of a wish. I don't think it's going to happen. They're probably going to lean towards Torrential. And then... Oh, yeah, and then I have Gamma Seal here. I thought I had more picks here. Now, I think they might just give us a Kaiju and just call it a day. Same with another hero card. I might as well just add that too. Gamma Seal did get reprinted very recently, so I don't think it's going to be Gamma Seal. It would be very dumb if they gave us that, and then 2.5 months later, reprinted Gamma Seal with everything. You know, Secret, Ultra, Quarter Century, CR, Ulti. It would make no sense, but they might throw us like a Kaiju. Do I think the chance is high? Not too much. I just don't think they're going to do it this one. Maybe they'll wait till Radio Collection 3 and then throw us like 3 or 4 Kaijus. I think we have a good chance of that. But that's a Radio Collection 3 prediction, more of a 2. But I won't rule out Kaijus 100%, but I think the chance is quite low. But it is a chance regardless. But with that being said, tell me what you guys think about Rarity Collection in the comment section below. What your predictions are. What do you think of my prediction? What do you guys think of Rarity Collection? Are you getting it? Join the Discord. Check out my sponsors as well, by the way. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.